Americans should know that this is a potentially very serious public health threat.
And China's National Health Commission said today the virus's ability to transmit was getting stronger.
The World Health Organization has now declared it an international public health emergency.
Hey, is it possible that the coronavirus that erupted in China not long ago will bring on the zombie apocalypse? Or is this just another case of internet hysteria gone wild? I've got the answer to that scary question, plus answers on a couple other items that you guys are curious about. Like this picture that claims to show there are real black roses in this world. A story that wants us to believe the Toys R Us store is coming back from the dead. And this picture claiming to show a huge sunken ship spotted on Google Maps. Hey guys, Bill here. Now, I know a lot of you guys are worried and scared about this new virus that seems to be spreading around the world, and well, I don't blame you. In this day of clickbait news and conspiracy pranksters on social media, there are even claims that this disease is the beginning of the zombie apocalypse. As Trax H1 put it in a note to me, will the zombie apocalypse happen because of this virus? Or are we even going to survive 2020? Trax, I don't want to freak anybody out, but this virus is what is known as a novel virus, which means it's new and we've never seen it before. So, before I can give you any solid answers, what we need to do is break it down and get our facts straight. Coronaviruses is a large family of viruses known to cause a flu or pneumonia-like illness in people. They call them coronavirus because of the way they look under a microscope. They have crown-like spikes on their surface. And corona, as you know, means crown in Spanish. Wow, that is bad news for the Corona Beer Company. I mean, can you imagine? You can't walk into a bar anymore and go, hey, can I have a Corona Extra? I mean, all the people around here are going to go, meh. Major past coronavirus outbreaks included SARS in 2002 and then MERS in 2012. SARS infected over 8,000 people and killed 774. The source of the new virus is generally believed to be a meat market in Wuhan, China, where fish and wild animals are sold for humans to eat. Many scientists think the virus was present in one of the animals, perhaps snakes, and it made the leap from animals to humans. The virus is contagious and can spread between humans. It is believed the transmission spreads by way of bodily fluids, most likely when an infected person coughs or sneezes. What happens when you get it is it comes on like a flu. It comes on with a high fever and causes you to cough and have difficulty breathing. In some cases, especially among older or weaker people, it can kill you. Okay, so now that we've got some of our basic facts down, what do you say we try to add a little perspective to what's going on here? At the time of this video, the virus has killed less than 200 people worldwide. In the meantime, just the regular old flu in the United States has killed at least 2,900 people this year. The weird thing is, we don't hear people freaking out about the flu, so the question is, why? I think it's because we already know the flu really well, and the coronavirus is something new, and we don't know what to expect. So, what are we thinking? Are we thinking, well, maybe this thing could kill millions of people? Well, I personally don't think so. Should we be scared? I think the operative word would be cautious. That would be a lot better, because the good news is that the other major outbreaks, the SARS and the MERS, they both were contained and life went on as normal. And besides, our medical sciences have advanced quite a bit since 2003. I mean, we can sequence these genes, we can build vaccines a lot faster. So I think the main point here is, people, we just need to calm down.
California health officials emphasizing there is no immediate danger to the public.
Okay, so now what about this other part of the story where some people believe that this virus is the leading edge of a zombie apocalypse? I think one more time what we have to do here is just stop, think, and ask some questions. And I think the first question is, what is a zombie apocalypse anyway? The concept of the zombie apocalypse first appeared in a fictional film called Night of the Living Dead. In the movie, dead people came back to life as mindless zombies. They wandered around killing people and then turned their victims into new zombies. The growing legions of zombies overwhelms law enforcement, military, and healthcare services. Society falls apart and, well, that's why it's called an apocalypse. Okay, so is there anything like that going on with this coronavirus? Well, let me check the internet here. And no, sorry, there are no reports of anybody coming back to life after dying from the coronavirus, which means if you don't have any zombies, how can you have a zombie apocalypse? You can't. Bottom line is, we do have a serious virus on the loose, but in terms of it being the leading edge of a zombie apocalypse, I think it's pretty safe to say, no way, Jose, as in, that idea is just so fake. It's funny! What do you say we just get on with our lives and stop worrying so much? Roses are red and violets are blue. But if I told you roses can be black, would you think that's a big fat fakeroo? Mark provided this picture and wrote, "Hey Bill, I was wondering if black roses only grow in a special place in Turkey. Real or fake?" Mark, I know roses come in a lot of colors, but I'm not sure if the absence of color or black is one of them. On the one hand, many of the chewy piranhas on my Facebook page were absolutely certain there is no such thing as a black rose. Luna Anderson wrote, "There are many types of black flowers, but the rose is not one of them." On the other hand, a major news publication called the Daily Sabah wrote a long article claiming black roses do exist in Turkey. I mean, look at the length of this article. It has pictures and everything. I'm not quite sure who to believe in this case. I mean, the big newspaper in Turkey or Luna on my Facebook? Tell you what, why don't we just go ahead and take a vote? Give me your votes up here. If you can't do that, you can always leave an answer down in the comment section. And if nothing else is working, just shout it out, okay? I'll get out this and we'll find out who is right. The big media conglomerate or the girl alone at home on her computer. And the official answer is, hey, this is a good example of why you should never believe everything you read, because Luna's right, it's fake. Thanks to a well-researched article in the online travel website Trip Savvy by Robert Schrader, we now know this rose does not exist in Turkey. Robert writes, all the photos showing the black rose of Turkey are all manipulated with Photoshop. He suspects the reason behind the hoax is a marketing campaign to get more tourists to come to that area of Turkey where the rose supposedly grows. No way! You think some marketing people just made up a story like that and published it in a newspaper like it's true? Unfortunately, probably true. According to Facebooker Pranjal Dutta, there are many darker colors of roses that can appear almost black, but they're actually saffron and violet in color. Okay, so now we know there is no such thing as a black rose, but what about a rainbow rose? Believe it or not, this is a real picture. The rose is real too, but it's not naturally that color. Growers inject natural pigments into the stems of the rose while they are growing it to get this effect. Okay, before we get to our next entry, I've got a couple of questions from the younger members of our audience, and I just want to get through a couple of these. Super Luigi wants to know, is Fortnite shutting down, real or fake? Super Luigi, I think that's a big fat fake. Just like Roblox, just like Minecraft, fake. PRDH Dragon Lady wants to know if Star versus the Force of Evil is canceled, like as in the last season was the last season, and that is real. That is true, PRDH Dragon Lady. And lastly, Josiah wants to know, Tails, you know that character Tails, is he going to be in the next Sonic movie? Well, Josiah, the answer to that one is unknown because Neil Moritz, the guy who produces the movie, keeps hinting about it but won't tell anybody one way or another. Sorry about that. Our next item is a news story first suggested to me by JoJo that claims the toy store known as Toys R Us is actually coming back. JoJo, I remember when that chain went out of business a few years ago, and if my memory serves me correctly, they went out of business because they went bankrupt, as in went broke. So I don't know why you would go broke on something and then say, hey, I think I want to do that again. But hey, what do I know, okay? Tell you what, go ahead and leave me your votes up here, answers down in the comment section or shout it out. I'm going to get out this, and we're going to find out if we got a Toys R Us coming to a store near me or you in the near future. And the official answer is, ladies and gentlemen, real. According to numerous reports, the first new Toys R Us store opened in New Jersey last November, and there are many more on the way. The new president of the company, Richard Berry, claims it won't be the same old store.
We know consumers and we know kids love brands. So one of the things that we really learned was build big brand experiences. Take some of the hottest brands like Paw Patrol and Lego and Nerf and bring those to life in a different way. And we know customers really resonated from that in the past at Toys R Us, old Toys R Us, but they can really engage in it in an even bigger way as they come into these stores.
Now, if we could only get a real Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to move in next door, that would be pretty cool. Our last entry was kind of tough to decide on. I mean, the choice was between whether Jay Station's girlfriend is really dead or this picture of a sunken ship found on Google Maps. I'm pretty sure Jay Station's girlfriend is still alive, so I went with the sunken ship. The picture was first sent in by JW Hero, who wrote, "Is this the real Titanic or just some sort of odd, trippy illusion?" JW, one thing I can tell you for sure is this is not the Titanic. I mean, unless there was two of them. The original Titanic, you know that big ship that went down in the Atlantic? The one they made a movie out of like a dozen times? Well, that was found, verified, and recorded by oceanographer Robert Ballard and his team in 1985. The picture we're looking at here was taken over Oshima Island in Japan. But here's the question. Is that a real ship there under the water? Or did some clever hoaxer put that in with some Photoshop special effects and then put out a video saying this is the real Titanic and we are being lied to? Okay, so go ahead and leave me your votes up here, answers down here, or shout it out. I'm going to get out this, which has the penultimate answer. You ready? I'm going to take a couple more minutes. I mean, maybe you want to go off on Google Maps yourself and check it out. Nope, sorry, time's up. I got to get to the answer here. And the official answer is... God, I hate these. Ready so soon. Unknown. According to some sources, this is an image of a Turkish ship named the Ertugrul that sank in these waters over 100 years ago. But here's the problem. According to nautical charts, that little harbor is only 16 feet or 5 meters deep. The Ertugrul sank in 50 feet of water or 15 meters. Readers on a Reddit blog dedicated to shipwrecks believe the photo is either an error or a joke on Google's part. Wow, this is kind of a weird one, and I guess you know what this means, right? I mean, the only way to find out if it's real or fake is for me to actually go there, stick my GoPro down in that water, and see if there is a ship down there. But, this is pretty far away, so it's going to be a little bit expensive. I think, what are we talking here? Yep, I think 50,000 likes would do it, okay? So go ahead and hit that like button. Send this video to your friends, your family, people you don't even know. Tell them to hit the like button, because if we hit 50,000, I'm in. Okay, well, that's all the time I have for this video, but don't even think about clicking away, because I still haven't shown you my favorite fake of the week. And hey, don't forget, we have a new show every Friday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notifications bell so you get a shot at being first official comment and win the pin. And now, for my favorite fake of the week. This video wants us to believe this crowd is gathered to look at a giant cobra coming out of the ocean. In reality, those people are just there to look at what is called a tidal bore, a fast-moving wave that moves upriver and arrives at this location once a year. The fake video was originally posted on TikTok by Mr. Bikerage, who later took it down. The video got millions of views, especially in India, where they have a myth about a giant cobra called the Treshnog. But while some people call it Treshnog, I call it just another big, fat fake. Hey, don't go away just yet. There are a whole lot more real or fakes you can look at. Just go ahead and click on one.